Beautiful soul, I'm so excited to share this update with you. Wow, Jupiter entered Cancer, and Jupiter is the planet of good luck, of expansion, of where do we go next. And with being in Cancer, it's all about love. It's all about unconditional love, self-care, nurturing, deep heart healing, and co-creation, collaboration, where it's like, oh wow, where are my best buddies across the realms, multidimensionally as well as on Earth. And we have this amazing full moon in Sagittarius. Depending where you are in the world, it's on the 10th or the 11th of June. And it's also the lowest or the closest to Earth, if you like, since 2006. So you may really feel strongly that energy of the full moon bringing all to the surface. And, you know, funny enough, yesterday I had this massive timeline shift, and we all of a sudden had the water board here working on things. I had no electricity all of a sudden, and I'm like, oh my God, this crazy swirl is continuing. So if you find yourself in that as well, that nothing goes quite to plan, and then there is a higher plan unfolding, because it then led all to this huge, massive timeline shift that I had yesterday. And often while we are in these accelerated times, and the guides gave me the message, we have collectively pressed the fast forward button. And I said, what does it mean? And it means we are now on an even more accelerated timeline. So not only have a vast amount of people on a high frequency range chosen, we go into a higher timeline where there's a smoother, gentler transition into the light. And what that means, it's like the dismantling is happening, yes, but it doesn't need to go onto this high level of catastrophe. It's like, hey, we know we've got work to be done, let's get to it. And that is the energy as well of the Aquarius, you know, of, all right, there are future innovations, there are new things we can do, let's look at this in a whole new way. And then that is kind of the mind and the technology. And now with Jupiter in Cancer, it really brings that heart energy in. And how do we make it work within our home, in our community? How do we make it work with nature, where we are now really bringing heart and mind together? And it's so fascinating, because I was tuning into my end, northern hemisphere, the summer solstice, in the southern hemisphere, the winter solstice. And that solstice, and I was tuning in, and the guides gave me the sign, it's all about love. And I thought, for the solstice, that's really unusual. And they're like, no, tune deeper into it. And the activation for the solstice is on Sunday, the 22nd of June. And then 2-2, that's a twin flame code. 6 is the lover in the tarot. So that's really strongly the 22nd of June, the solstice weekend of an energy of love. And then they said, do the entire numerology, and then it ends up with 19, and 1 + 9 is, or 1 is new beginning, 9 is completion, and 1 + 9 is 10, and that is the new beginning. So with this solstice, we are also sparking a cycle of new beginnings in love, in our relationships, in co-creations. And Ashta was coming in, it's like, hey, I'm gonna provide the cosmic codes of collaboration, where you multidimensionally co-create with your team, in other dimensions, your soul tribe on Earth, where it's like now Earth, heaven and Earth are coming closer together. And also we are becoming these beacons of love, beacons of higher frequency, higher consciousness. And in my journey now to embody the Buddha consciousness, just now the guide said, so Katarina, what's the next level for you to understand about Buddha consciousness? And they've shown me my other steps, you know, from 3D to 5, from 5 to 7, now from 7 to 9. And it's like, well, there are energies each and every one of us have, that are from our ancestral imprints, that are from past lives where we hold certain fears, fear of persecution, or fear of shining too brightly, standing out, or survival fears. Some people seek fame and fortune, big money, and these are all energies. And the guides gave me that image. They're like sandbags that hold our air balloon from flying. So now we are running into scenarios where it's like, oh, this weekend was a total sandbag scenario. So many things came up, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to work through this. And it can be random little things where it's like, whoa, and they bring up a well of emotion. Where's this all coming from? And sometimes it's like the guys show me, it's like an acupuncture needle in the spot where it's most dense, and then boom, all comes to the surface. And now it's 5:44 in the recording, so 5 minutes 44 is this video long thus far. And so you may experience that as well. And the Buddha consciousness, fully embodied, fully anchored, tuning into that. And I'm like, in that space, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not worried about anything. I can accept everyone the way they are. I can see where they get triggered by what I'm saying. And I can also observe myself in, oh wow, here's my inner child reacting, or here's my inner teenager reacting. And as I said, I'm in the process of embodying it, and then I can get totally flustered, like yesterday with the electricity gone. It's like, oh my God, I've got things to do online, and you never know how long it's going to be. And with this continuous whirl, it's like, Katerina, Buddha consciousness, it's like it's all divinely timed. It's just helping me to clear yet another sandbag. And what it does, every time we clear a sandbag, it's also helping to lift sandbags collectively. And every trailblazer on earth also feels all of those sandbags. And every soul, every being on earth has their unique set of sandbags, if you like, all committed to break through, to clear them, so we shift as a collective. And those who have a higher frequency range, who have cleared a lot of those sandbags already, they are paving the way. They lighten the load. And if you feel like, oh my God, I just can't seem to get out of that transmutation mode, and I feel the collective shifts all the time, that's usually the case when you committed on a soul level. You know what? I'm super speedy. I'm really good at transmutation. If this earth, if the old earth goes into new earth, opening that portal and shifting us all into higher dimension, what can I contribute? And others are like, I'm this inner child, I'm fun, I'm lighthearted, I bring the energy of joy, or I'm so authentic, I show all my true colors. And all of that also helps to transmute density. We all have different ways of expressing that. And also sometimes, being that smiling person on a glooming day, and then tickling others to maybe bring out a smile and a laughter. And I had that yesterday in all the interactions where I felt like, oh my God, the light is just sparking. So the electricity was gone, but the inner light was active and sparking light all around. And you may feel this more and more, because with us collectively pressing the fast forward button, what could have taken years and years on another timeline is now unraveling way quicker. It's like, whoa. And I had this in a client session as well in February. And the client was asking me, oh, Katerina, what's the time frame? I want to have this fixed by end of May. And I tuned in and I thought, whoa, that's really pressing it hard. And then she participated in the Christ or Sophia series, and that lifted all of us up to a whole other level. Me now working through the 9D programming, as a result, stepping into the Buddha consciousness. And then we had a session again. It's like, oh my God, now you're ready, you're here, and it's before the end of May. Whoa, oh, this is really happening. And my neighbor came and was like, oh, Katerina, I'm not sure what's going on in the world. And, you know, it's all doom and gloom. And I said, listen, you know, this is what I get energetically. And we talked about, and I explained at 9:33, you know, the completion, the Christ conscious codes are coming in, spreading wider, and also closing our personal karmic and collective loops, where it's like, you know what, I'm done with this. I dismantled this sandbag, you know, I pull the sand out everywhere, you know, and transmuting it into love, light, and laughter, that it brings joy, you know, or transforming it into seeds, or, you know, sand actually is, you know, grained shells and muscles from the past, so they can also hold a really high frequency. So once it's out of that cocoon of whatever it holds it down, it can transform and also rejuvenate us all. And the guides are saying, with this Jupiter entering Cancer for another year now, and it was the last time in Cancer in 2013, so you may also remember, oh my God, that was a breakthrough year for me. I know I went through all the angelic Reiki training, became an angelic Reiki master teacher, had my first teachings and first initiates, and people in the groups, and it was so mesmerizing living in the UK, working with Merlin, the ley lines very consciously, the dragons, and now, you know, I work with Lord Melchizedek, and one of his embodiments was Merlin, so he built me up so I could hold his high frequency in the highest timeline as Lord Melchizedek, in the high order of Melchizedek. So we can feel, you know, looking back, and it's now 11:11 portal we are working through. They also say focus on the angelic wings, because we are unfurling our heart chakra. And Yeshua and Mary Magdalene are really, really prevalent around this time with the codes of healing of the heart, but also igniting the flaming heart. And the flaming heart activation will be presented to you in the solstice activation on the 22nd of June, and it is really stepping into your service role. And you know that flaming heart is burning through all the density, so you can express the fullness of your soul. And let's see what the guides have in store for you. And then one last message. My newsletter got, in that swirl, really badly spammed last week, and I had over 400 weird subscribers that I had to delete. So if you are one of the genuine subscribers and don't get a newsletter today or tomorrow, I'll post the link so you can resubscribe. Or for those of you wanting to get Ascension update tips and more, there is a form to subscribe. And thank you so much for your patience and understanding. And now at 12:22, let's bring in the light language, and you can hold your hands over your heart, and I dedicate it to the highest and greatest good throughout all world, time, spaces, and dimensions. Yashkiti si ashkata sasanaha miyaki si na mahanasa niyakiti si ishkata sa na maha miwa ka Tata sasa nanamaha miwe ki si ashka tata sasa nana. We are the Venusians, and we wish to help you to clear the back entrance of your third eye, or what is called the mouth of God. Many of you experience tension in your neck. It is also a popular spot for entities to attach to your energetic body. So with clearing this, it allows more of your flow of the higher code streaming in, and supports you in becoming a cosmic antenna, a transmitter of higher light codes, and supporting you in the embodiment of these higher frequencies. Yashki si ashka ta sa na maha. Miwi kia katanasa. Miwashka ta sasa nana maha. We are the children of the new earth, just ready to step into embodiment. And we also hold the light streams, the frequencies of the future. We are bridging the energetic gap of old earth to new earth, for we help hold all the complex timelines in place, so our embodiment will be assured and Gaia will be able to receive our high vibrational frequencies for the futures, where we bring innovations, joy, co-creation, living in harmony with the land. And we are coming from all over the universe and now even the multiverse, stepping through various portals into this earth realm and being familiarized with the energies that are taking place here. In the space from now till our embodiment, it's like we are being calibrated into a denser frequency of a physical embodiment. And we are so joyous to see all the wondrous accelerations you are going through. And we are so excited that you collectively pressed the fast forward button. Yeshkiti si ashkata na maha. Miwi kiti si ashka ta sa na maha. And it is me, Mary Magdalene. Or you may recognize my energies as Lady Nada. It matters not. My heart is wide open to stream the cosmic codes of co-creation, of collaboration and joy, together with our galactic brothers and sisters, awakening the flaming heart within you, awakening that potential to access the Buddha consciousness within you, to access your highest divine codes. A soul portal for a transmission of the truest self that you are is unfolding over that solstice weekend. And me and Yeshua, Sananda or Lord Maitreya, can't wait to welcome you amongst our midst, to hold you in the sacred space, to allow your heart to heal, to free you from burdens and heartaches of the past. May this be a lover, a relationship, a dream that you had for this lifetime that did not quite unfold as you wished. We are here to help you, opening your heart wider, that you release all that no longer serves you, so you can hold higher, vaster codes, opening your multidimensional pathways and stepping into your true mastery. Namaste. Aka, 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 aka. Blessed it be, so mote it be, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, that was such a beautiful transmission. I wish you a most wonderful rest of your day and enjoy this full moon. Namaste.